Yuk guys, kita Genshin dalam posisi Zenless ya. Genshin belum selesai misalnya dulu. Antara bisa satu belum mata masa Akeboshi.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised.
Staring into my eyes.
I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Di sini ke atas kali. Nih ya dan bawangan. Ditutup malah. Ada AC. Sumbangan banjir. Tukar dulu aja, Pak. Di dompet kali. Tukar dulu deh. Latif aja kalau itu. Iya.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Oke. Terus nanti. Hawa tercipta di dunia untuk menemani sang ada. Begitu juga dirimu. Wih. Nah. Kita tetap temani aku. Para bisa satu belum masa.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete.
Dapat. Dapat. farming artifacts. One day, then, and never all, and never seems so.
Gather!
Overruled.
Roger that.
For the everlasting flame, rushes the moon.
Wow. Yung nunggu depan tuh yang ambil duitnya yang.
This is order.
Laid bare.
By the frostman falls.
Wow. Wow lagi.
Solidify!
Transfix.
Look, the rainbow! For the everlasting curse, receive my...
Ampar-ampar pisang, pisangku belum matang, masih sepi belum balik. Lu juga bisa ya? Ibu di mall kan? Yang minta dibuka no katanya. Au. Tutup dah. Nggak mau nutup deh. Oh ya, diurin ya, Dragon Spine. Dapat Dragon Spine. Oh, beku dong. Tadi aku jogging gerimis nih. Yeah, I don't feel like doing. Cutscene nasa. I just wanna lay out there.
So this is the other Durin, huh? If this had been the dragon that ended up being revived in Mondstadt, there's no telling what kind of calamity that people would have had to endure. So, if you think about it like that, Durin's actually a hero.
Lalu kamu sendiri kenapa tiba-tiba muncul seperti orang kan?
No, I'm just a little envious, that's all.
Ush,
Not everyone gets a chance to be a hero.
Actually, most of the credit belongs to Albedo.
Then again, barely anyone even remembers you at this point. So I guess there's not much left to envy.
Ah, so you three still remember Durin. Looks like the memory loss hasn't spread to close friends. Yet. I guess that means my memory of you must still be complete as well.
Albedo.
You're finally here! Oh, boy, do we have a whole pile of questions for you!
Oh, you're here too?
I think I've pieced together some of what happened to him. But what's your take on things?
Master Jean filled me in on what happened, and I've got a few theories. But let's get on the same page first. Well, physically, he's doing fine. His body is holding the abyssal power at bay. And there's nothing whatsoever to indicate any risk of collapse.
So, from an alchemy point of view, there's nothing wrong with him?
The issue isn't so much that the abyssal power within him has gotten out of control. It's that the connection between his will and body is fading. If he ends up losing his conscious will, his body will fall back on its biological instincts. And that's when the abyssal power within it will take over.
Bener Abis. Kalau sampai itu terjadi.
This book mentioned a witches' gathering. It seems like quite a few of these witches got themselves involved in Durin's case. Which brings me to my theory.
Enggak, 1
Bringing
jam
fairy
lewat
tale
2.
Durin into this world to replace the Durin on Dragonspine means using one Durin's
Enggak lah,
fate
udah pada
to override the others.
tewas nih.
But the power of alchemy alone would not be enough to pull off such a feat.
Habis
It would
baterai
have
remote
required
nih,
the
harus
combined
beli.
use of Miss Barbeloff's astrology,
Pakai
my
baterai
teacher's alchemy,
proyektor bisa.
and Aunt Alice's magic. After learning of Miss Barbeloff's prophecy,
AC.
Durin and I finally came up with a way to settle the Dragonspine Durin problem for good. And I took care of the alchemy side of things,
Dapat.
which, looking back on it, seems to have been a part of their plan all along. So now,
Lagi belum jalan juga sih.
there's only one thing missing.
Ngalahin lah. Sihirnya bener kan?
As for the fate theory our friend in the hat just mentioned, I still can't figure out how any kind of magic could possibly influence the fate of Tevat.
Iya.
But I'm
Book
certain
dong.
that the answer lies within this book.
So, the reason Alice had us complete this book
Itu
was to
gunung
make
yang
that
masih.
magic possible?
Iya.
A
Rusia,
form of
Siberia
magic
tuh
powerful enough to
gunung.
rewrite fate itself.
Lo nonton
Well,
Golden
we've no
Kamuy
time
itu
to lose.
anime.
I just need to take a look at the book. The next part of the story
Itu
most
di
likely
Jepang.
relates to me. So the memory that unlocks it must be connected to me too.
The giant tree was home to a broken branch, the
Yeah.
shape of its splintered arm aligning
Kalau nggak bakal
perfectly with
kuat
the
lah.
branch that had burst
Mandi
forth
gimana, nggak
from
mandi
the
kali ya?
castle walls. Join yourself to that broken bough, for there you may take root at last, and henceforth bask in the sun and rain of the world
Sih,
beyond
udah
the
biasa air
castle.
hangat ya.
But first, fetch the stickiest clay and let it bind the scar of the break.
Iglo.
I see.
Si Iglo rumahnya itu. Rumah orang salju. Yang bulat. Beli HP baru main berdua gitu. Hah? Bisa lah dua squad.
Guided by the breeze, the little dragon arrived at an
Bayar
alchemist's
kartu kredit
workshop.
dulu no.
There he
Nggak
was
usah.
greeted by a clay figure,
Maaf
a
bapak lu
child
ribut
molded by
mulu
the
lu
sage
kagak
witch's
tahu.
hands.
Lu di luar.
Though gentle in appearance, he had inherited his mother's cold, sharp wisdom,
Iya, kagak mau
and he was
itu.
determined to avert the calamity the evil dragon would bring, and so was his helper, none other than the little dragon himself.
Dragon himself. Itu rumahnya Albe itu langsung.
What is this place?
Bukan.
It looks like it's modeled after an alchemist's workshop. Or rather, a cliched stereotype of one.
Albedo?
Mana Albedonya ini?
Hold on. Why do I look
Jadi
like this?
kurcaci.
Oh, yeah! We forgot to tell you. Basically, the characters in the story are reflections of Arthur and Susan.
At least you're still human-shaped?
Well, since Cat Guy has taken on a different appearance too, that must mean the two of us are both characters in the story.
Main Lego
But
bangke.
you, Paimon, and Durin haven't changed at all.
Hati-hati mas.
You must be special figures in some way.
I'd like to know more about that too. But seeing as none of them can explain it, let's just concentrate on moving the plot forward.
Mari kita lihat ke sekitar. Ku akui tubuhku melonglah. Gede banget. Terus sana ada jalan tersembunyi.
And just like that, the group stumbled upon a hidden passageway. Intricately crafted, it seemed to lead them towards another exciting chapter of the tale.
Of the
What are we waiting for? Next chapter, here we come!
Nabrak.
But this was a chapter that had not yet been written. Ahead of them was a storyless void, and they could go no further.
What? Then what's the point of having a path here?
Mungkin menulisnya mendapat starter inspirasi.
Feels like a pretty bad habit for a writer.
Over here. I found something.
Hati.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant.
Masih hujan yung.
That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold. Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale.
Sounds like this chapter is about Albedo bringing me to life?
Bringing me
If
to
that
life.
really was the solution, though, this would have been over the minute I finished the transmutation. So why is Durin still being forgotten?
There has to be some other reason.
Masa ada tempat yang bisa kita periksa?
Yeah, I'd like to explore the area a bit more.
Bit more. You say?
Do you think we could just destroy it?
Kenapa begitu?
Be it the calamity headed for Mondstadt or my inability to leave behind a story of my own, doesn't it all come down to the fact that this heart never truly died? What if, here in this story, we could finally destroy it?
Could Aunt Alice's magic really allow us to do what's theoretically meant to be impossible?
Either way, it's an intriguing idea. I'm not opposed to giving it a shot.
Durin!
It's just... I'm still afraid someday even you guys will end up forgetting me. If there's even the slightest chance it'll prevent that, I'm willing to try anything. But I'm not sure if I can destroy it on my own. Chances are, I'm gonna need your help again. So please, everyone, help me destroy this heart, once and for all.
Aku siap kalau kamu siap.
With the help of his friends, the little dragon destroyed the evil dragon's heart, using up every last ounce of his strength. In his eyes, this would ensure that his story and his alone remained in the world beyond the castle's walls.
Beyond the castle.
But the evil dragon's heart was like a great tree with roots digging deep beneath the surface. Cutting off the branches did not kill it. No, it just made it impossible for a new branch to take their place. The gnarled roots retreated back into the frozen earth, biding their time for a chance to bud again. Cut off from their source, the rootless branches above the surface slowly withered away. The little dragon's story faded into nothingness, and in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
Who am
Who am I?
Is this me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight, leaving nothing but the evil dragon's shadow in his place.
Jadi cerita sudah berakhir.
Oh no! That means Durin! What do we do now?
Duduk kok.
Hello, children. If you're hearing this recording, it's because you've reached a certain ending. You may have noticed that little Durin's experiences have been written into the pages of this book. Well, you should know that in the same way, its ending will also be written onto him. So be careful, because triggering a bad ending could be somewhat problematic. Let me guess, you're upset that I didn't warn you earlier? Don't worry, though. I've thought it all through. I built a very special feature into this book, just for you, the witnesses of this tale. So, go ahead. See if you can turn back the pages. If you're not happy with the ending you've reached, just flip back a few pages and let the tale unfold once more. Pretty incredible, huh? That's the power of magic.
Unless the little dragon kept moving, eventually he would be forgotten. The evil dragon's heart continued to beat, as if waiting for the little dragon to accept it as his own.
Looks like we have no choice but to get this done. Whatever happens next, Durin is going to need all of our help. Is everyone ready?
Kami sudah siap.
What the clay figure found was none other than the evil dragon's heart itself. Though the creature had perished long ago, its heart was still there, pulsing away and growing warmer with every beat. And the clay alchemist knew what it meant. That the evil dragon would return one day, just as the prophecy had foretold.
Apaan?
Yet, guided by his mother's wisdom, he foresaw another fate. If only the alchemist could bestow this heart upon the little dragon, he might be reborn in the evil dragon's stead. Only then would the evil dragon's heart grow still, and the little one inherit its tale. At last, the little dragon accepted the evil dragon's heart, and a new life came into being. The evil dragon's heart beat in his chest, and the little dragon's soul guided him forward. Thus did the prophecy hold true, even as fate had been rewritten. And so was the little dragon born anew.
Dapat sa Taragma.
Finally, a happy ending.
A happy ending?
That must be the last step, right? Woohoo! We completed the story!
Tapi kalau begitu, kenapa kita masih ada sini? What?
Born anew, the little dragon set off once more. His story
jauh.
far from over.
Huh? So, that wasn't the end?
What comes next might be the most crucial part of all. The real last step.
If fate really is as devious as they say, then I say, show us what you've got.
Wow! You're all so serious all of a sudden. Durin, are you alright?
The evil dragon's heart was now one with the little dragon, yet the dark power within it still lingered. Would the little dragon dare to hold this power back, or would he simply give in?
Hey! What kind of question is that? Of course he's gonna control it! What choice does he have?
Time is running out. So, would the little dragon dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply...
Matay na mag-mute.
What's up with the narrator?
Would he dare to hold this power back?
The little dragon and his companions blank. Blank again.
Huh? What's going on? Are we running out of ink?
Once the ink runs out, is that the end of the story?
I had a feeling this would happen.
What's happening to the others?
Now that the story's ink was spent, all that lay ahead were blank pages.
Blank pages. Nod-Krai.
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Balik lagi kita. Balik halaman sebelumnya.
Would he dare to hold this power back? Or would he simply give in?
Returning to the castle.
Kamu terasa dami yung mga kasarato.
I just never thought crossing over into a new world would create so much trouble. All I wanted was to make some friends. I'm starting to think I kind of miss being in Simulanka.
You might look back on it with fondness, but if I were you, I wouldn't miss it.
Why?
Sometimes, moving on with your life comes at a cost. But that's better than going nowhere at all.
You don't have to worry, Durin. No matter what problem you face, there will always be a solution.
There will always be a solution.
Sometimes I wish I could just go back and see it again.
As the little dragon slipped back inside the castle's walls, the clamor of the outside world fell away. There was no danger here, no problems for the little dragon to resolve. As soon as his mother finished her story, it was time for the child to drift off into the world of dreams.
World of Dreams.
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fast asleep in his castle, just like he had never even hatched.
What's going on? I feel so weak.
Hey, what's happening? Durin, wake up!
Masa sih? Kita terlalu mencoba sebuah akun cerita.
But this can't be how it ends.
Sad ending.
Durin promised to bring back everyone's memories. There's no way he'd accept an ending like this.
Dadako. Dadako.
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching.
Ah, bisa ada lagi
There are
endingnya.
possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Balik halaman sebelumnya lagi. Mana lagi?
Would he dare to hold this power map? Or would he simply give in?
Not enough ink? Seriously?
Lalu kita harus cari cara lain. Ini apaan yang diamatin anjing sini? Sini. Abis.
Dare to hold this power map? Or would he
Waktunya habis, guys.
give in?
Terjebak. Waktunya habis di sini. Lima, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh.
The little dragon was at an impasse, and the dark power within him surged like a tide. Unchecked, the darkness engulfed everything around it, including the little dragon's soul. The little dragon's story faded into nothingness, and in the world beyond the castle, only the evil dragon's tale endured.
Is this me?
And so the story ended, with the little dragon fading from sight, leaving nothing but the evil dragon's shadow in his place.
Jadi Freddy sudah berakhir.
Oh no! That means Durin... What do we do now?
Lah, gimana ya?
Looks like you've discovered another possible ending. Do not lose hope. You just need to keep searching, for there are possibilities that only you can bring to life.
Balik ke halaman sebelumnya.
What's going on here? Why is the story letting Durin just suppress the abyssal power? It keeps getting
Oh, udah bener ini, guys. Wush. Hold the door, Durin, hold the door.
It seems the act of suppressing the power counts as an event in the story. In other words, we would need ink to write it in.
So, what now?
Jadi
Did we
kelek.
lose too much earlier? How are we supposed to write a happy ending with only this much left?
Bisa jadi
Well, this is Durin's story. As long as he's alive and well, why should it end?
bener.
If there really is such a direct correlation between the story and his fate, I may have a potential hypothesis. Durin was, and still is in essence, a storybook character, written into being by M. From the moment he was born, he has always dwelt within her story. And I suspect that has remained the case, even after his arrival in Tevat.
The fact.
Reviving Durin in the evil dragon's place was an act of grafting this Durin story onto the latter's fate. In essence, that is how his fate was rewritten. But there is a fundamental difference between a being's story and its fate.
And it's
As Miss Barbeloth reminded us, the fate of every living being in Tevat has been woven into the fabric of time. Its most natural path, therefore, is to proceed along its given track. But Durin's story, on the other hand,
Dia udah seorang penulis.
as Durin's connection to this world wore thin, not only have people started to forget him, he started to lose control of the abyssal power within. In other words, his story can't continue, because the author's ink is drying up. That's what it seems like to me.
It would seem the little dragon had made a group of fine friends indeed.
Save it. The question is, are you here to help him or stand in his way?
This is as far as the story can go. What path will you choose?
Buat cerita ini berakhir sekarang.
I suppose the final decision is up to me. It's hard to believe I never actually left my mother's story. If that's true, I'd like to go there and see for myself.
By there, I take it you mean the blank pages of the unwritten chapter ahead?
But we still don't even know how Alice's magic works. If Durin belongs inside the story, then going outside of it to some unwritten part, isn't that too risky?
I'm not afraid.
Kalau begitu, lakukan saja. Kami akan selalu mendukung.
I second that. It would seem this is one answer you need to go seize for yourself.
So be it. Whatever obstacles stand in your way, we'll tear them down together.
Kita lanjut ke sekarang ini. Ditoprak batasan semekan.
Gotta keep going.
Anjay. Set. Set. Ring keluar nih guys. Wes.
Ahead lies only a stormless void.
My consciousness is slipping away.
Keep going, Durin. A pure soul is your essence, not an empty void.
I feel so weak.
Stand tall, Durin. You are not some amorphous idea. The body I made for you is flesh and bone.
Am I truly alive?
Yes, Durin, but you must keep going. You're as alive and real as I am.
I can't feel a connection.
Waduh, putih banget guys.
You're not alone in this world, Durin.
Ya kan? Kalau putih juga nggak kelihatan apa-apaan juga. Kalau hitam nggak kelihatan
You have me.
apa-apaan juga.
I can't remember
Ini
anything.
gue emang.
Who am I?
Your name is Durin, and there are many who still remember it.
My name is Durin.
You're taking too long.
Lari.
Come on, Durin, run! In this world, fate waits for no one.
Anjing malah aku pencet save gue coba lari-lari. Nah,
Where am I meant to go? What am I supposed to do?
Anjas, drama banget ya.
Go. Make your wish come true, Durin.
Anjas, lari,
My
lari.
wish?
Wih,
Your story's not over yet.
wes, bikin lagi wishnya. Simulangka.
Silence, huh? Have you nothing to say about my proposal?
Let me get this straight. You want to graft your story onto this unfinished thread of fate, and in doing so, not only rewrite that fate, but allow the story to live on.
Quite the brilliant idea. Still, the story's survival depends entirely on whether the author keeps writing.
Exactly. And the moment foretold by the prophecy is still centuries away.
I see.
Centuries away.
I thought my own ignorance might be the problem. That I'd asked more of the noble science of alchemy than it could ever deliver. Or that I had failed to discern the heavenly signs and grasp the secret truth underlying the prophecy. Little did I imagine that time itself would prove to be the greatest hurdle of all.
Well, my friend, this has been a most intriguing experiment. And from an academic perspective, at least, I don't think it was a bad proposal.
Someday, the prophecy will come to pass. So remember, my friend, much like the stars themselves, there will always be something that transcends the test of time.
Thank you, everyone. You've helped me so much already. But, Alice, I still have one final favor to ask of you. Will you lend me your magic one last time?
One last
for
time.
me to keep his story alive until the prophecy is fulfilled?
You mean you want me to extend your lifespan?
No, not in that sense. As Rhindaughter once told me, the laws governing life and death are among the most unyielding in this world. I'm well aware of that. Whether it lasts a day or an age, the span of one's life is determined by fate alone. If I tried to breach that law by force, I'm afraid I would lose what makes me human. This is not a path I want to go down. If I am to die, then I shall die a human.
So, what is it that you want me to do?
I would like you to send this pen of mine into the future.
Into the future.
See? Then perhaps there really is a way I can help. I could create a kind of story magic to take over the writing once you're gone. Oh, but for it to work, you would need to provide enough of your own words for it to learn from.
How much?
Oh, an immense amount. So much, in fact, that you would have to spend the rest of your life writing. And even then, I'm sorry to say, it would not last forever. No matter how much you write, there is a limit to the number of words you can leave behind. But the world itself will never stop changing. Someday, perhaps, even your entire corpus will not be enough for the magic to continue describing this world. And when that happens, the story will end.
Still, it's worth a try.
Oh, my dear Anya. Even after all this time, you're still... Look at you. You should be enjoying your old age in peace and quiet, especially now that things are finally returning to normal after that terrible calamity.
Once you leave Simulanka, things will only get more complicated. If his story is to continue, there needs to be more material for the magic to draw upon. I'll just have to skip over some of the less important details.
Anya, why do you insist on sending him out of the storybook world? Why must he face his fate in Teyvat? Why not just let him remain within the story? With my magic, even fate's curse could be undone and he could live happily ever after.
Happily ever after.
I suppose. In fairy tales, all it takes is a heartfelt wish. And even a wooden puppet can turn himself into a real boy and live happily ever after. That's just how fairy tales end, isn't it? But have you ever wondered what happens to the main character after the ever after? Tell me, Alice, in your eyes, what would be a writer's greatest regret?
To leave a story without an ending.
Not a bad answer. It's true, many writers come to consider that their greatest regret. But I see things differently. My greatest regret is that every story I write has to come to an end in the first place.
Anya.
No matter how brilliantly a character shines, the moment their story ends, their potential is lost forever. For them, the story itself becomes an inescapable fate. But what if, instead, I could place my pen in their hand and let them continue the story themselves?
You mean...
You said it yourself. I can only leave so many words behind. Even with your magic, the idea that I could keep the story going until the prophecy comes to pass is wishful thinking at best. But I've found a way to use your magic to transform some of my finished stories into a special kind of ink. This ink is a magical medium he can use to complete the story the way he wants to. For what is storytelling but another kind of magic? And if he can experience the whole tale himself while leaving behind his own wishes and aspirations, even once he reaches the chapter where I stopped, he'll still be able to carry the story forward on his own. And so, by leaving him this ink, I can entrust him with the responsibility of writing his own story.
A character with the power to write their own story.
That way, he'll finally be free from the cage that is my pen. And like anyone else living in the real world, he can go on to create a life of his own.
And you no longer need to worry about the constraints of my magic. What a brilliant idea, Anya. But there are still risks. First of all, once he arrives in Teyvat, he'll have to rely entirely on the story you left him to maintain his connection to that world. As you gradually hand over creative control, that connection will grow weaker, and at some point, he might lose it altogether.
But at the same time, he'll also have the chance to forge that connection for himself.
The issue is, this method taps into too many of Teyvat's core secrets. Any overt hints you try to leave will be erased in no time. In fact, it'd be hard for you to leave anything at all to guide them.
We still have the story itself, though. I can use that to show them the way.
It's entirely possible he burns through all your ink, never reaches the chapter you had in mind, and gets stuck, roaming the chapters of his past. But despite all that, you...
I still believe in what this child can become. His hopes and wishes can be his ink, so he won't be trapped by mine running dry.
Ah, what the writer you are, Anya. Your imagination never ceases to amaze. And you do know how much I love a happy ending. You shall have my help, my dear.
Thank you, my friend. Well then, my child, do you understand what you must do?
Yes, I think I do. It's my turn to keep this story alive.
Then what's holding you back?
What will become of you after I take up this pen?
I will fade away. There will no longer be a reason for me to go on existing. My child, or your mother, I should say, passed away long ago. The voice you're hearing is nothing but a magical echo that has now fulfilled its purpose. You needn't feel so reluctant to let me go.
I know my mother died long ago. It's just, when you lose your mom too soon, it's hard to tear yourself away from the stories she used to read. I guess it's a silly way of pretending she's still here, by your side.
Durin.
But after coming to this world and traveling it with my friends, facing all kinds of enemies together, I suddenly realized I couldn't just sit around listening to my mother's stories because I'd found a new purpose in life. Maybe this is just what growing up feels like. With all my new friends waiting, it's time I finally set aside my mother's storybook. I'm ready to grow up now, Mom.
Then take this. A gift I should have given you a long time ago. You've witnessed this story from the very beginning. Made your wishes, offered your blessings, and even wrote your choices into its pages. From here on out, this pen is yours. Now I ask of you, the other pillar of this story, as both its reader and its witness, will you turn the page so the next chapter can begin?
Halaman berikutnya. Anjas. Ninggal dong, M.
Suddenly, and without warning, the powers of darkness struck. The question was, could the little dragon prevail? Alas, it was here that the story witch's tale had to end.
But Durin's tale, on the other hand, had only just begun.
Anjas tulis stories.
Stepping into his mother's memories, he picked up her pen. And so the story that was ending began anew. He had made up his mind to challenge the fate that barred the way ahead.
Looks like this is the final step.
A chance to strike back at fate? Now that's not something that comes knocking every day.
No, that fate no longer defines me. In the end, only my story shall endure.
And
No dodging this one. Here, I'll help lift you up.
And
Leave it, only my story shall endure.
just the fact.
Life! Absurd!
Shit. Oh no.
Looks like there's nowhere to hide. Here, I'll cover for you.
And
This time, the light prevails.
boom.
Thank you, Mom. And so it was that Durin defeated the darkness and rewrote his fate. But his story is far from over.
Far from over. Dragon Spine lagi.
Is everyone okay?
Balik dah ya.
We're fine, thanks. And hey, we all saw how you fought back there. That was awesome!
Apa itu baju baru?
I have to admit, I do feel like something in me has changed. I owe you all so much. Without your help, I don't know if I could have ever made it this far.
Just a shame I could only help out from the sidelines. Like I said before, it's not every day that you get to put fate in its place.
Well, I'm sure you'll hear it someday.
Hear what?
The chance to strike back at fate knocking at your door.
Yeah,
Maybe so.
maybe someday.
Allow me to just check one thing.
Set.
Yes. The abyssal power within you has stabilized again. And those strange symptoms you were experiencing seem to have completely disappeared.
Goodness!
Buram. Kita berhasil.
I wonder what it means, though. Aside from the principles of alchemy, what other law of this world governs his being?
Look, it all turned out fine, so just leave it at that. Now that this one's out of danger, it's time for me to get out of here.
You're leaving so soon? What, don't humans usually throw a party after something like this?
A party?
Masa sekolah
Do
tinggal
I
5
look like that
Januari.
kind of guy? Anyway, come find me again next time you're in trouble. That's what
Mas-
friends are for,
senang.
right?
Berjuang gitu. Berapa orang memang tidak bisa berubah ya.
In a way, though, he is right. This is Durin's moment to celebrate, not the time for academic discussions.
Hey, I don't blame you for asking. And honestly, I'd be perfectly happy to talk about it. It's
Even
just,
if the
I wouldn't
sun
even know where to
refuses
start.
shine,
It's all right.
even if
I'm sure we'll get a chance at some point. After all, your story's only just begun. All right then, Traveler and Paimon, we'll part ways here. Given the extraordinary nature of the things we witnessed today, I need to make sure it's all recorded properly.
Okay, see ya!
See ya.
So, it's party time next? Huh?
Eh?
Congratulations on completing your mission. Now then, as per our agreement, it's about time you returned that book.
That
She must have known the moment we finished. Just like she said she would.
I've heard dressing appropriately is a must for socializing.
Dapat customer doang. Dari ini nggak punya.
Oh, my writer and witness. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it?
You had special plans for the traveler from the start, didn't you?
But of course, that goes without saying. For a story to live on, it needs both a writer and a reader. Only then can my magic take effect. I chose the traveler as the witness because of the special nature of who he is. It's not easy finding someone with that kind of background, you know. For a moment, I even considered taking the role myself.
Ya, hanya satu-satunya yang mati apa yang terjadi.
At least it made for an interesting story, right?
Huh? What are you doing here, tone-deaf bard?
With the Hexenzirkel carrying out such a risky experiment in Mondstadt, it didn't cross your minds that the Animo Archon might be slightly curious?
Sorry for the trouble, Lord Barbados.
Think nothing of it. I dare say the Animo Archon quite enjoyed coming along for the ride. Now then, as agreed, let us see the fruits of your labor.
Here, please take a look.
Well. Somehow, despite all my careful planning, it still turned out to be full of surprises.
Full of surprises.
It never even crossed my mind that Rhindotter's child would be capable of handling that kind of alchemy in her stead. When he asked for help with the materials, oh my, I nearly couldn't believe it. If only the others were here too, we could all celebrate together.
I'm right here, you know. The only one who hasn't responded is the one busy stuffing her face over there.
Is that you, Barbie? A little late to the party, don't you think?
Come here, child. Let me take a closer look at you.
All right, Aunt Seer Witch. Here I am.
Just as I thought. This child's fate does not appear among the stars. Anya has accomplished what almost no one before her could.
What does that mean?
Child, all you need to know is that you're very lucky indeed.
Oh.
Jadi maksudnya apa?
Just like how she was in the story, huh?
Tell me, little Durin, what will you do next? I, for one, cannot wait to see how your story unfolds.
Well, there's so much I want to do. I'm not even sure where to begin.
How about settling your most recent regret?
Not so fast, tone-deaf bard. What exactly did you just tell Durin to do?
To make the long overdue wish come true.
Thank you once again, Alice.
How much time do you have left?
I believe these should be my final moments. Just enough time to say goodbye to my dearest friend.
This feels like having to say our final goodbyes all over again. I don't like it. Not one bit.
I don't know how to respond to that. Strange. You were always such a cheerful figure in my stories. I even dubbed you the Merry Witch, you know.
Oh, please. You know full well it was your stories that first taught me what true pain and sadness felt like.
Huh.
Aside from saying goodbye to me, shouldn't you also leave a few words for the child? Since the book will be his to continue, why don't you write him a little parting note?
There's no need. His mother already did that long, long ago. All that remains is for me to convey it on her behalf. My child, these may be the last words I get to leave you. I've always thought of the characters in my stories as my children, loving each one of them, just like a mother would. But you are the most extraordinary of them all. You alone can defy the fate of this world and write the perfect ending to my story. You alone shall leave these pages for a future I will not see. Still I say to you, fly, my sweet child. Just like a forest breeze yearns for the open sky, head into the unknown and seek an adventure to call your own. If you meet a dragon bright as 1,000 jewels, dance through the air together. You are not alone, for this world has accepted your place in it. Do not lose heart. You still have many wishes left to fulfill. A long tale awaits you, my love. Let songs and flowers be the ink that fills its pages. Take my pen and use it to continue your story.
Your story. Sekarang nama cerita selesai, guys.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Sega? Gaes. Yes. Lanjut Zenless ya. Kita ke pot dulu.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Would you care to...
Would you care to say?
If you ever...
Diretso lang din yung Zenless. Ha? Yapan? Susu. Dapat bupon eh. Dapat worry. Nice. Kita ngopi dulu, ngopi. Aduh, ya Allah. Tonight I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive and the world. Alpha naik apaan mah? Turning inside out. I know. Hah? Gak dapet ranking. Kalah nilainya. Iya, kalah nilainya. Oh, 1.5 spesial. Ya, sebentar. Ya, wes. Itu belum itu. Ding ada. Waktu aku lah tinggi, biarlah akal sehat, tapi masih ingat kamu. Hilang guys. Oh, dia adalah manggal. Hah? Kenapa? Bilang aja mah. Komite semua itu. %100% anak kelinci. Martela praktis kita belum selesai. Wow, banyak way guys. Oh, jernih baru. Ya udah. Mana new-nya ini? Sampai berapa itu? 200 lah. Nah, kita coba banyunya dulu, banyunya. Tekan untuk melancarkan besar. Majestic Summit. Masih 2 jenis spesial. Upgrade 3 nomor. Kan Seeker, nama Dota. Nice. Maju si Ed duluan ya. 1, 2, 3. Oh, dia bisa gitu kan. Tahan untuk masuk. Oh. Harus masuk ke tempatnya uret.
一人は安し、三段が揺れる。この万学がいる。新天道地。ああ。逸山。いや、妖剣。怒れば破れる。
Gila, dia bisa combo gitu.
Tazan. 五山の壁。
Oke. Coba berikutnya ya.
続けよう。はっ。面倒。押し流されろ。はい。はっ。立て直す。どこかに行って。はっ。そりゃ。そりゃ。えい。はっ。弱点。離れてよ。粛清する。へえ。よっ。指示に従うわ。私はチョキ、あんたはパー。はっ。はっ。じゃあもらい。そりゃ。はっ。めんどいのが。
begitu spesial ya. Coba berikutnya guys. Aduh ya Allah. Suka aku.
Yo, ta. Yo, gae. Gae.
Oke.
Yatta.
Yatta. Coba berikutnya set. Maka izinkanlah aku.
あいつについた。あいつらまた来たのか。迎え撃つ。
ターゲット確認。粛清する。いい球ですわ。チャンスよ。 いい玉ですわ。月よりどこかに行って。
俺の番だ。こんな犯罪を許しはしない。
指示に従うわ。
指示に従うわ。
無駄だ。
チャンスよ。消えて。クリーンヒット。
牢屋で反省するんだな。容赦しない。
撃破する。
Iya, Erdannya nggak mau. Erdannya nggak ikut tapi. Itu si tidur.
Target 確認。負けてたまるかですわ。ホームランですわ。
Nggak ikut. Oh ngikut. Bukan ayah doang. Ayah mama. Maka izinkanlah aku. Oke, selesai guys. Ada uji coba ya. Hah? Iya. Udah lebih canggih ya sinyalnya. OLTE. Iya. Dapat di taktik. Agak beningan yang ini tapi beningan yang ini daripada Intan. Guys kita.
今日の占いは異境を示すべし。
Oh ini 30 anjir. Itu ketantangannya. Menarik dah. Nanti sekarang ada itu tuh ada pakai paket Christmas. Bungkusannya kayak pakai Christmas dah. Itu bungkusan makanan sekarang kayak gitu. Kan mau Natal. Ayo ngajakin itu kak. Parkir di gereja katanya. Udah ada lah konggang parkirnya pasti. Iya dari tahun-tahun. Iya. Di AC katanya dikasih gocap. Iya. Apaan? Iya. Hari rajanya dia. Muter dong. Mau nunggu tapi mau nunggu dianya. Belum ya. Tuh kali lagi. Iya. Wow. Iya, kesana lagi ntar ya. Ada. Iya. Bisa nggak bisa nyebrang langsung. Maka izin jalan. Pakai jalan juga gerimis. Jalan kaki gerimis. Sekarang masih gerimis atau enggak? Masih kali ya. Hop. Isi. Atau harus bisa gini sih ya. Ayo ngumpul lagi kan kurang. Wajib baik. Menit. Bentar guys. Udah nih, capek. Do you hear me? How can you cross the water? Ocean under the open. Oke, kita buka yang F. Kelar semuanya. Terus kedua ulti. Oh ini dulu nih. Nggak cukup guys. Kita pertempuran sih. Saya ada 200 ya 100 saya 2 kali ya. Saya 2 kali.
Genshin!
まったくキリがないな。やってやっ
船に箱
具現両親を共に熱す。
lagi ya. Genshin di langit nan indah.
Genshin! Shuki!
Oh iya kak. Oh iya betul.
Teawase to ikou! Ikitaero! Shinketsu!
でかしたぞ復元。
勝負！火力を上げよう！
虎の方向！
手合わせで
民謡創生。
Oke, ke upgrade setiap kali. Kurang guys. Biarin aja.
メイド長リナ、お使いいたしますわ。
Kita lihat misi 100% anak kelinci. Ini dulu gitu. Nanti selesaiin dulu martial praktis. Main. Lah di mana? Atang duel urut masing-masing. Oke, selesaikan martabat setelah akhir 50.000. Dua doang banyunya makin set. Kulu. Astagfirullah. Hanya bukan untuk aku. Aku hancur. Namun atasku. Cintaku. Meski aku.
Yamano koto. 鉄眼うっち三段が揺れるふや
勇気と知恵はどっちもパワー。
山崩れ大地は裂ける。いや
拾った。それ以上は行かせねえ。
登山の壁。
戦場に退路なし。
何故に学ばぬの。逸山妖剣踊れば破れる。
Wah, berhasil nggak guys? Berhasil ya? Nice. Lanjut ya. Oh, ini apaan? Dan ku beruntung sempat memilikimu.
Osan! Itsu-san! Yogen! Yasaku Gensan! Keluarga.
Ore sama wa ippo mo hikane!
ビビって世界を突破する。
拾った。
山崩れ大地は裂ける。シルワー。断歩。
ゲージは食らった。返したや。
皆さん。
Nice, berhasil lagi ya. Terang-terang hujan asyik. Engkau mengatakan lumayan 100 poli ya kan. Kalau lanjut 100% aku ini ya. Wow, wow, wow. Jauh. Waduh, amit-amit sih. Yang mana jauh masuk itu daya kan? Mitra. Aku anggap itu sebagai pujian ya. Bukan misi yang merepotkan kan? Emangnya aku terlihat dapat dalam ujian. Ini jebakan dengan pengusaha nanti. Yang kedua, wih gitu doang. Soalnya lagi berhadapan dengan hakim yang sadis. Apa ini bagian dari kerjaan mitra? Gimana kerjaanmu akhir-akhir ini aja? Ini semua berkat Sifu dan yang lain. Aku memang cuma ngobrol santai kok. Milih lagi guys. Nah, aku juga sering kesana loh. Dan jauh hanya untuk minum teh susu saja kan. Kuluk. Panas-panas tapi hujan. Ini teh susu koko. Minuman apa yang lebih populer belakangan ini? Tetap menu klasik dong ya. Dan satu caramel boba tea milknya. Boba guys. Gluk. Kalian kembali ke film ya. Udah lama aja ya. Ini cuma tes susu saja kan. Farming anjing. Ya lock ah. 16 jam guys. Nice ya. Kita bisa gacha nggak? Wih. Maju gini bro. Empat 12 kita gacha bengbu ya. Bau bajing. Oke lah guys, karena udah mau 2 jam, kita akhiri stream hari ini. Thank you buat nonton, like, dan lain. See you next stream.